Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So in the previous classes we are discussing chapter 6. In that we have seen about the different HTML tags. So let us revise the HTML tags which we have discussed in the previous class, then we will move to the next topic. So coming to the textbook, earlier we have seen about the paragraph tag, and before this we have also seen how to display any web page in a browser. So we can open directly whatever the HTML file which is saved, and that file directly will open in the browser, or else another approach is open the browser and there you have the open in the file tab you have the open option, so we can choose the file wherever it is saved in the uh, computer or any of the device which you are using. Then next we have seen the paragraph tag. So paragraph tag is basically used to start a new paragraph. So this will give some space in the beginning of that paragraph which you are writing. So normally if you are using any text editor software, for example MS Word or Notepad, so by pressing the enter key we can switch to the next line, or the cursor goes to the next line. But in case of HTML programs, if we press the enter key, then the browser will not interpret this as a new line or a new paragraph. So to make the browser understand, we use the paragraph tag, and for using the paragraph tag, the tag name is P, and this is a container tag, so we will use the starting tag as well as the closing tag. Clear? So for the closing tag we have used /p, and for the starting only the P tag is used. Now coming to the next, we have seen how to start a new line. So this was wherever for the paragraph, if it is the starting uh, of a new paragraph, we can use the paragraph tag. But in case if you only want to have space for each of the line, so means to start a new line, so this is called the line break tag. Clear? And to use the line break tag, what we use the BR tag. Clear? The same example which is given here, you can see, suppose you are writing any address. So for writing the address type of thing where each of the text is written in a new line, we will use the BR tag. Clear? Now you can notice that BR tag is a empty tag, so that is why only the opening tag is there. Okay, any of the empty tag is having only the opening tag, and there is no need to close this with the /BR, because this is the empty tag, so there will be only opening tag. Now next we have seen the same example. Here you can see whatever the text which was written, the address is appearing in the browser also, in the all of the text is appearing in the new line. Then we have studied about the different heading levels. So in HTML there are 6 heading levels. Clear? And this range from H1 to H6, and of these the H1 is the largest heading and H6 is the smallest heading. We have seen this example also. So here we have written some text, and that text, when it is written in between the heading tags, same is the size of the text. So if I open the previous example which we have written, let us erase this. Now the example which we have discussed earlier, so here it is. So here we have written all of the different 6 heading levels. So you can see H6 it is starting, and H1 which is the largest heading size, and H6 is the smallest. Clear? And all of the remaining tags are same, like heading tag here, whatever the title we want, that is written, and these heading tag is written inside the body tag. Okay, now this was saved with the heading.html. So if I come to the HTML file directly, here is the heading file. So what we need to do, we need to double click this heading file and this will open in the browser. So here you can see the H6 label, which was the smallest, this one is this, and after this is H5, clear, H4, H3, H2. So each of the number, when it is decreasing, the size is increasing. So H1 is the largest and H6 is the smallest. Clear? So these were the 6 heading levels in HTML. Now next is how we can change the alignment of these headings. So if I come to the textbook, the next topic which we are going to see is changing the alignment of the heading. So let us see this. So alignment, uh, by alignment means what is the position of some text. So let us read this first. So you can control the horizontal positioning or alignment of your heading using the align attribute. Clear? So already the tag is h1 or h2, whatever the heading level it is, it will be remain there. Now with this tag we can use some attributes. Clear? So attributes are the features of these tags. So what is the name of the attribute? Name of the attribute is align. Now with this align we can use left, center and right. Clear? So let us do the changes in the heading tag which we have written. So if I do some changes with them, we can see how this is going to appear in the web page. So here we are talking that for the alignment we can have the left alignment, center alignment and right alignment. So for that only we need, with the heading tag we need to write align is equal to left, center or right. So if I come to the HTML code which was written previously, let us, so this is the HTML code, let us copy few of these and we will start the new heading alignment. Okay, now let us see. So here I am removing few of these. So suppose we are using 3 heading levels to see the different alignment. So we have to write this alignment attribute within the heading tag. So in the starting, means the opening tag, we will write the alignment. So the tag name is align, and with the align, whatever the position we want to write, we also know that all of these attribute values, they are written in inverted commas. So you can see this will appear like this. Okay, then let us, for the next heading we are going to write align is equal to center. Clear? Then the third one, which is the largest size, with this we are going to write align is equal to left, center and right. Clear? So these are the 3 alignment for these headings. Okay, now let us save this program with some name. So we can write heading alignment or something like this, head align. So whatever the name we want to give, we can give the name and save the name with .html. Okay, and press the save. We can match the same program which is given in the book also. So here you can see these alignment, the values which we have written, align is equal to left, align is equal to center, align is equal to right. Okay, now we have already saved this. For the center we can correct the spelling. Okay, now if we come to this file, so here is the file head align. So if I open this, you can now notice the different alignment of the headings which we have written. Clear? So this one is the one which is having the left alignment, and this one is the center alignment, and this one is the right alignment. Clear? If I see the program of this along with the HTML code, then it will be more better to understand this. So this was the program and this is the output. Let us open these together. So if I change the size of this screen, I hope this is visible together. Now you can notice this, that the first one, which was heading 3, the third heading level, so here the alignment is left. So this left alignment is the first one which is appearing here. Clear? So this is the left alignment. This center alignment, clear, which is level 2 heading, this is here. Clear? So according to the attribute for the alignment, means the left, center and right, the position of that heading is appearing on this web page. And the third one, that is heading 1, which we have written at the last, so this is the right alignment. Clear? So this one is the third one. Clear? So these are the 3 alignment which can be used for any of the headings. Clear? Which are left, center and right alignment. Okay, let us erase this. Now coming to the textbook once again. So if I come to the textbook, so this was how to change the alignment of the heading. Clear? Here you can see in the example that with the align we can use any of these 3 for changing the alignment of the heading. Clear? Now coming to the next, that is changing the paragraph alignment. So as we have changed the alignment of the heading, in a similar way we can also change the alignment of the paragraph. Clear? So in the previous examples, the previous tags which we have seen, there we have used the p tag which is used for paragraph. So there with the p tag also we can use the alignment option. Let us read first. So by using the align attribute, you can control the horizontal positioning or alignment of your paragraphs. Clear? So as we have used the alignment with the heading tag, in the similar way we can also control the position for the paragraph. So you can choose to align a paragraph to the left, right or center, or justify the text so that it is aligned on both the left and right margins. So paragraphs are left aligned by default. So when we are not giving any alignment, so by default it is left aligned, which we have seen also. So whatever the paragraph which we are writing, that was written as the left side of that web page. Clear? So if we want to change this, we can use the align option. So with the any of these paragraph tag, we can write the alignment, any of the attribute, means left, right or center. So let us see any of the previous paragraph tag and then we will change the alignment of that. So if I come to the paragraph tag, here, okay, so this was the heading. This is one of the examples. Let us open this with the notepad. So this way you can open any existing web page you have saved in the notepad. Let us erase this. So here you can see that this was the example which we have written earlier using the paragraph tag. Now suppose we want to change the alignment of any of these paragraph. So here with the second paragraph we are going to use the align attribute. So we have to write align is equal to, then give the position. So this, if we are willing to present this at the center, then with the third we are going to write the right. So for this I am going to write align is equal to right. So this will change the alignment of this paragraph to the right side. Okay, so this is written. Let us save this. Now this is the file having the name computer. Let us minimize this and open in the browser. So now you can notice this, that the first paragraph which was there, this is appearing to the left side. Clear? Then the second paragraph which we have changed the alignment to the center. So whatever the text which is written in the second paragraph, both of these lines are centered aligned. Clear? So you can notice that the same space which is left on the left side, the same is for the right side, and for the second line also the space which is on the left, same space is towards the right also. Clear? Then the third uh, paragraph which was written, you can notice that this is the third paragraph which is right now right aligned. Clear? So the first paragraph, this one is the left alignment, this second paragraph is centered alignment. For the third one we have not written anything. For the fourth, this is the right alignment. Clear? So this way the alignment can be chosen for the heading as well as for the paragraph. Clear? And for changing the alignment, what we have used? For changing the alignment we have used the align attribute along with the tag. So whether it is paragraph tag or the heading tag, we have used the alignment option. Clear? So this two alignment options we have seen, how to use the alignment for the paragraph and how to use the alignment for the heading. Clear? Now next is pre-formatted text alignment. So what is the pre-formatted text element? Let us read this and then we will explain and see how is this tag is going to be used. So you can use the pre-formatted tag, which is the tag name is pre and closing tag is /p. Clear? So this pre tag is used to keep the line breaks and spaces you enter for a paragraph or a block of text. Clear? This element presents block of text in fixed width font and it's suitable for the text that has been formatted on the screen. Clear? So what is the use of this pre tag? So earlier we have seen for writing the space, for writing the new line, we are using different tags. For example, for a paragraph we are using the P, for a new line you are using the BR tag. So in this way, whatever the format we want to write, so for each of these we need to write different tags. So there is another approach also which is named as pre-formatted text element. So this pre tag is used, suppose we are writing some text with some space and in multiple lines. For this example you can see here this is in a tabular form. So if such text which you are writing here and the same is the appearance which you are willing to see on the web page, so this can be done using the tag with the name pre. Clear? So this is the pre-formatted you can say a tag with pre-formatted tag. Clear? So what is the use of this? The use of this pre tag is whatever the format you are using for writing within this pre tag, the same will be the appearance of this on the web page. Clear? So here we are not using any BR tag or the paragraph tag for these spaces or for the new line. Clear? So let us see the example of this and see how we are going to use this pre-formatted tag. So if I open a previous example, let us close these examples which we have written just now, and I have written a program for this pre-formatted tag. Let us open this in the notepad and then we will see also. So here it is an example of this pre-formatted tag. So you can notice here that the earlier tags are the same, like HTML heading and whatever the title we want. So here we are discussing pre-formatted tag, so I have written a similar title for this. Clear? And we have closed the head tag. Then in the body tag I have written the pre. Clear? So this pre tag which we have written, this is going to be used for keeping this formatting. So here you can see that we have written some data in a form of some rows and columns. Earlier in the Excel also we have seen such similar examples. So here different names are there and the cost of different items. Clear? Now if this is some certain formatting which is there, which is written in this notepad, if similar output we are going, if we want to see on the web page without using any other additional HTML tags, for example the BR tag or the paragraph tag, so instead of that we can use the pre tag. Clear? Now this is saved with the name pre. Now let us see the output of this and how it is going to appear in the web page. So to open this directly, click on this file. So here you can see that whatever was the appearance of this data in the notepad, in which way we have written, the same is the appearance in the web page. Clear? So how this is being possible without using the paragraph tag or the BR tag? We have used the pre tag. So the pre tag, as we have discussed, that this will keep the formatting which is written inside that notepad or any of the editor software, and the same will be the appearance on the web page. I hope this is clear. Now coming to the textbook. So similar was the example here also. So using this pre-formatted text, which is the pre tag, whatever the data which was written in this table form, the same data is appearing on this output page as well. Clear? So this is how the formatting can be kept for any of the web pages. Now next is inserting a blank space. So inserting a blank space, let us read this first. So by typing this symbol which we read, and this is called as ampersand. Clear? What is the name of this symbol? It is ampersand. AMPERSAND. Clear? The name of this symbol is ampersand. Clear? So here by typing ampersand NBSP, you can insert a blank space within a line of a text to indent or add emphasis to your text. So suppose we are writing some text in any of the line, and if you want to have some space in between, or if you want to give a space to the left of that. Clear? For example, when we start writing a paragraph, sometimes to the left of that we leave some space, then we start the paragraph. Suppose if you see something written in the book also, so this way new paragraphs are started to leave some space there. In a similar way, if you are inserting any image or something, any element in the web page, so then we can have some uh, places where we need some space to the left of that or to the uh, any of the position of that. So for that we can use some uh, um, you can say this is this ampersand space option to insert the space. Clear? So this code stands for non-breaking space. Clear? What is the name for this? This is called as non-breaking space. Now web browsers will not create a line break where you insert these characters. So here using this non-breaking space, this will not include a line break, but only it will include a space within that text. Clear? You can also use blank spaces to help position an element on a web page, such as a graphic or a photo. So this was what we are discussing. So suppose we want to include any image or some other graphics option in the web page, so we will need that some space is there to the left of that element. Clear? So for that we can use the this non-breaking space. So what is the step to include this? Type ampersand NBSP in the line where you want to add a blank space, and to add multiple spaces type the code multiple times. Clear? So this way the web browser will display the blank space in the line. Let us see example of this. So if I erase this, and whatever the program which we have written earlier, we can include this in the same program. So the name of this element is ampersand NBSP. Okay, so let us come to the code of any of these. So for example, if I want to write a heading of this table or something like that, for example, if I want to write sales of computer parts. Clear? So suppose this is the text which we want to get included here. Now before this we can write the same which we are discussing, which is ampersand NBSP. Clear? Let us check it that whether it is correct. NBSP. Here we have also written the same. Now let us save this. So I have saved this. Now let us refresh the same on this web page. So if I refresh this, you can see the text which we have written was sales for the computer part, and you can notice that to the left of this there is some space left. Clear? So this space is because of that ampersand NBSP. This is the non-breaking space. Clear? By the NBSP it is non-breaking space. Clear? So these are the elements which can be used. In a similar way, if there is any image or graphics which is appearing on any web page, so if we want more than one space, so we can use the multiple times, or if we want this space to be included in number of lines, so we can repeat the NBSP in different lines. Clear? So this is how this non-breaking space can be entered to give indentation of some text or some element in the web page. Indentation means the space which is left to any of the side of the element in any page. This is similar for any of the word processing or any of the web page also. So this space is called as indent. Clear? And the term is called as indentation. Clear? So for this indent, or for the tab, or whatever the name you can say, so this is how we can use this NBSP, that is non-breaking space, to include this in any of the web page. I hope this is clear. Let us erase this. So coming to the textbook, so this way today we have seen how to insert the blank space, how we can use the pre-formatted text, means if whatever the format you have written in the web page, if you want the same similar output in the web page, so we can use the pre tag. Then we have seen how to change the alignment of the paragraph as well as how to change the alignment of the heading. Clear? So practice these things which we have discussed today, and you can also write few programs relating to these topics, and whatever the text or program you are writing, try to save and run this also in the browser. Clear? Now in the coming class we are going to discuss about the bullet points. So if we want that something should appear with the points, for example here you can see, so this is how the points or bullet points as we make write in the copies notebooks also. So similarly, if we want this bullet points to be included in the web page, then how we are going to use the different tags, clear, for creating these points, and further more topics we are going to discuss in the coming classes. So keep learning, practicing the things, and let us meet in the next class with a new programming of HTML concept. Thank you.